Okay, so I wanted to start this video off with a little bit of a disclaimer here. So as most of you guys know, I do mostly cooperative care work, and so I'm not doing a lot of the companion life skills stuff anymore as far as professionally training. And I'm trying to do more of that with my own dogs. They already know their companion level life skills so they can function out in the real world, but what I want to teach them is more of like the competitive level stuff in preparation for my acquiring another dog in the next few years. So this video is going to be of me learning how to teach Keller how to do those tucked sits, and I want to express that I think he did a really great job. He's very patient. He readily offers behaviors because he wants that reinforcement and he wants to work, and all of the problems are me and my learning here. So I've been a very lure heavy trainer in the past. I am working more on shaping, and I really want to also say that talking to the camera while I'm working is not a strong suit, so I kind of use a couple of terms incorrectly in this video, so please disregard that when I say I'm going to be shaping him to do this and I'm using a lure technique. Well, I'm luring him onto the mat to start that shaping process of the entire skill. So I wanted to clarify that. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you really enjoy the series that we're launching in preparation for the Patreon going live here. So we're going to have those different tiers of membership, and the Learning with Liz series, if you guys like it, if you guys want to see more, we will include in those tiers as well, so that you guys can see hands-on that we're always learning too. And I'm quite proud of the fact that I am doing this, and I'm following the instructions in Hannah Branigan's Awesome Obedience. So for those of you who are reading that book and you are potentially going to compete in obedience, or you just want to learn some really fancy looking skills or help your dog learn their skills in a fancy looking way, that's great. And this way you can kind of see how even a professional kind of fumbles around and tries to figure things out. So I hope you guys really enjoy this, and please comment, let me know what you guys liked, what you disliked, what else you'd like to see. We're going to be going through the book a little bit out of order, mostly because with Keller, these skills are going to be more for like his orthopedic health and retaining muscle mass and those sorts of things. So there's some things that I don't focus on as much, and you'll see some more episodes of refining these skills and working on them more, and like our comparisons of our before and after. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and be on the lookout for future videos. Okay, I've got my mat here. We're going to try the start of some tucked sits. So my mat is about 2/3 the length of Keller. The goal is to get him to tuck his butt. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shape him to put his paws on this portion of the mat here, just his front paws. So I have better luck with luring, so I'm going to be using a luring technique for this to start. I'm going to bring him around, and I just want his front paws there. Sideways. Why are we doing that? Here, let's do this. Can I have this, please? Release. I'm gonna turn this around so I can get him straight on this. I don't want to be shaping in him being crooked on it. So I'm gonna come straight forward. There we go. ahead and mark and reward for duration. I'll just pause on the mat a little bit. I'm not keeping my lure very much. Well, now I gotta put it in. I want to try to get that reinforcement to him and that marker in there before he does this. And this is my fault for not being prepared. Why are you cooking? Back up. Straight on. There you go. What I don't want is I don't want to be reinforcing things that I don't want. I don't want to have to tidy up my criteria later. I'd rather work at a lower criteria for where I want him on the mat than try to move too high and then, oh gosh, now I have all this backing up to sit behavior that I then have to clean up. Just like that. So what I want is for him to find it really reinforcing to keep his front feet there on the mat. And once we're doing a good job of that, I'm going to be looking for movements of his hind feet to come up onto the mat without him shifting backwards. I want him to be in that forward weight bearing, to come forward into that sitting position. Now that's my fault. I didn't want him to move forward. I want him to keep his front paws in place. Yes, good job. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a lure. I'm going to bring his head up. I want those back feet coming in. And marked, so I still had to reward him, even though he moved backwards into that. That's not what I wanted, but because I marked, that's a promise. So now he's just sitting on the mat. I don't want him to be doing that just yet, so I'm going to reset him with something different, and then a toss of a treat. Now I'm going to bring him back here. Hi! Can you come around this way? Very good. Now we're going to do that little bit of a lure again, up over his head. I want those back feet coming in. Yes! Shake. Boy. No. Oh, just a good boy. Good, a good boy. All right. Come on. Oh. And again, this is what happens when you're slow. Not prepared. Can't get my treat out fast enough. He goes in a position I don't want him in. Very good. Shake. Good job. Whoop. Went a little far with that. Did you find it? Good job. Good boy. Good boy. is that this move backwards into the set is so ingrained because he's 9 years old, he's been doing it that way his entire life, and now we're trying to change it. So I'm having to break habits that I gave him, basically. I know you're trying, buddy. Alright. So we're going to cut this off here soon. I want to end on a success. I don't want to end on him struggling. So we're going to end right here with those front feet on the mat. I worked too fast. I didn't set him up for success with this. We're all done. So, lessons learned.